Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar brought to you by Bursa Malaysia and managed by our company LifeChamp. Our webinar title today is Beyond the Charts, Understanding Price Movements Through Volume Analysis. So my name is Shen Chu. I'm the moderator for this session. So today we're gonna look into price volume analysis. How do we make sense of the price action coupled with volume changes to make informed trading decisions? So before we begin, as usual, disclaimer, whatever we share in this session is only for educational purpose. So in no way that we give any recommendation for you to buy or sell any listed securities that we mentioned here. If you decide to make any investment decisions, you're 100% responsible for all your investment risks. Now, allow me to briefly introduce our speaker today. She is a licensed financial planner certified by the Malaysian Securities Commission Financial Planner Representative License and Bank Negara Financial Advisor Representative License. She's a course trainer and public speaker at Financial Planning Association Malaysia and Bursa Malaysia. She has over 25 years of experience in education and has accumulated over 50,000 students and conducted over 200 large-scale corporate courses. She's also a best-selling author who has published 6 books on investment and financial planning, and her articles have appeared in financial magazines such as The Personal Money, Money Compass, and many more. So she is none other than Miss Pauline Yong. So Pauline, good to have you here today. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, good. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah,
Hello.
good
Hi.
morning. So I will just stop sharing my slide and hand over to you.
Okay, thank you. So I will start sharing my slide. Okay, so today, this topic is very interesting. It's about understanding the price movement through the volume analysis. So before I proceed, may I ask how many of you have is the first time looking at the chart, or you haven't have any charting experience before, and then you want to learn about it, okay? If you have zero experience in the charting. Okay, how many of you have at least 1 year or 2 years, at least small, a little bit of experience? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. No, Naga. Okay. 2 years. Bong is 10 years. Okay. Mavis, no experience, and then Gokchin is 3 years. Okay, very good. Okay, so good. So today is more to the introduction. So but after today's session, you will be able to read simple chart, as in the relationship between the price and the volume, so that when you see that when there is a price action come in and then followed by a certain volume, you know whether this price action is genuine or not. Because a lot of time we see that, hey, how come the price went up, and then after some time then it came down. Okay, so because sometimes there can be some fake price action. Okay, so those fake price action can be detected from the volume itself. So that's why we need to learn about the volume today. Okay, so here is the agenda for today. So we're going to explore the role of the trading volume in technical analysis, and then use the volume indicators. We will look at 2 volume indicators, and then look at some case studies, and also understand the functionality of ETS as a tool to practice trading in a simulated environment. Okay.
Pauline, want to go full screen?
Yes. So what is volume? Okay, so sometimes when you look at the chart, you see that there are some green and some red bars. So let me show you the actual chart. So this is the actual chart. Okay, maybe I need to erase all this. Okay, so this is the actual chart. So where can you find, for those of you who have not have any technical analysis background, I want to introduce to you this tradingview.com because it's a free charting software. It's called tradingview.com. So you have to register first. For beginners, you have to register first. And then once you register, then you can log in to see the chart. Okay. Now, once you log in, right, you have to call out the indicator. So the volume is one of the indicator here. Okay. So let me erase this first. Erase, erase, erase everything. So your normal default chart will be a blank one, empty chart, which is only with the price, but there's nothing else. Okay, so this is the default beginner when you just log in, that is the first thing you see. Okay, so then you need to see the volume bar, right? So then you go to the indicators here. Okay, indicators, and then you have to type volume. So then you can see the volume here. You click volume and then the volume bar will appear underneath. Next, we want to see some moving average, right? Because the moving average is to see the trend. So then you can choose 20 and the 30, 200 moving average. But today, I just focus on the volume and the price. So I don't pull out the moving average. I just want you to look at the price and the volume only, okay? Now, when you look at this price and the volume, right, you see these are first, this is a daily chart. You see a D here. D stand for 1 day. Okay, so each of these bar here, candlestick here, it is candlestick for 1 day only. Okay, 1 day. So you can change this to 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, 15-minute chart, 30-minute, 1 week, 1 month. So we can change this, the candlestick you can change according to the days, to the time frame. But for normal analysis, we look at the daily chart. Okay, for normal analysis, either chart pattern or whatever, normally I will look at the daily chart first, and then before you look into other things. Okay, so the daily chart is the basic time frame that you need to focus on. So I'm looking at the S&P 500 because S&P 500 index, you will see that there is a volume bar. If you to choose KLCI, you can't see the volume. Okay, so I show you. If you choose a KLCI, right? You can't see the volume. So under the trading view, they don't have the volume for the KLCI. Okay, so I don't know why, but you have to ask them. But if you to choose any other stock like let's say YTL. Okay, any other stock, you will see the volume bar there. Okay, but not the index. So let's look at the YTL here. You see that the green color, there are green and red color, right? So the green color stand for what? What do you think? Green stand for what? Up day or down day? Green. Green means up or down. Very good. Okay, green means up day, right? So you look at the volume bar here. Do you also see that the volume bar also in green? When this is in green, the volume bar also in green. So this is a series of green bar up, and then the volume bar also in green. So this two has to be same. So whenever there is a up day means that today you open at 1 ringgit, and then you at the end of the day 5 o'clock it closed at 1 ringgit and 10 cents. So today up 10 cents. So that up 10 cents is a green bar, and your volume for that day will be colored in green as well. Okay, so let's say today original opening is 1 ringgit, and then at the end of the day, it dropped 90 cents. So it was a down day, lost 10 cents. So then that day, the volume bar will be in red color. Okay, so understand? Okay, so then now the next thing is, okay, so this is the basic. So let's go back to my slides. Okay, let me go back to this. Okay. Then the next principle is looking at the price action. So the price action is when you see a series of high here, higher high, okay? The high is overtake the previous high. The next high is overtake the previous high. So you always have the higher high, okay? And the low is higher than the previous low. And then this low is higher than the previous low. So we call this higher low. So whenever you have a higher high and a higher low, we call this a what trend? Whenever you have a higher high and a higher low, we call this what trend? Okay, anybody? Bullish trend, uptrend, very good. Okay, so this is called the uptrend. So whenever we have a lower high and a lower low, we call this a downtrend. Okay, so this is the basic. Yes, Naga. Okay, Naga, you are catching up very good because you have zero experience in technical analysis, right? And yet you can understand very good. So price volume analysis. So the principles, these are the basic principles. Number one, when you look at the price and the volume, right, it's an art, not a science. Okay, a science means that you must be this, then equal to that. So of course, there are some basic theory out there, but above the basic theory, you need to have your own interpretation. So then it become an art. Okay, whenever it involves some form of a own interpretation, it is a form of an art. On top of the science, you have additional some art on it. Okay, so meaning that you need to interpret it. Number two, you need to be patient because when the chart is developing, you need to be patient and let the chart to form. Okay, so patient. And then number three, it's all relative. When we're looking at the volume bar, we see up and down in the volume bar, right? But then you have to look at it as relative, okay? Because sometimes you have very high volume, but out of that high volume, relatively, this is considered low volume already because in the previous, it is always high volume, but suddenly today you have a drop in the volume. So that must be something wrong, okay? So relative. And then number four, you have to keep looking at the chart. Practice make perfect. So you keep looking at the chart until you are familiar with the chart, okay? And then number five, it is all about technical analysis. And number six is that either you go for the validation or anomaly, which I'm going to talk about it next, okay? Validation means confirm. Anomaly means different from the normal situation. So different from a normal situation, you have to take a back seat and then you need to observe further. Okay, because that is called anomaly, means it's different already. So if it's different, you need to alert yourself and then you need to slow down a bit and then you need to observe more. Okay. They close higher than open, but the volume bar is red. Why? Okay, so they is closed higher than the open, but the volume bar is red. Okay, so when this thing happened, right, perhaps they are still looking at the opening price. Maybe the opening price is still having a gap down or something. Okay, sometimes when you see that the opening price is lower than before, basically the machine will recorded it as a down day. So then they just say, okay, it's a down day. But actually when the bar, it was up, okay? So sometimes you do have that, yeah, but very rare. It's not very common. It's very rare. But what happened to fundamental? The fundamental is actually assumed because once you are in the technical analysis gang, right? You are in the school of the technical analysis. you will have to assume that the fundamental will be automatically reflected in the chart itself. Okay, so they will have to say that, oh, whatever info or whatever fundamental will already reflected in the chart itself. So for the technical analysis point of view, they said that there's no use looking at the fundamental. Okay, so that is the school of thought for the technical analysis. But of course, for us, if we know both, that will be good. Yeah, if you use both, that will be good because I also use both. Okay. Now, market in action. So whenever you see a tall, wide spread of the body of the candlestick like this, okay, and then followed by a high volume bar. So usually what is a high volume? So there must be an average volume first. You look at that's why it is an art and relative, because you have to see that what is the normal volume. So the normal volume, average volume is this level. And then if let's say you are above that normal volume, so means that you are on a high volume, okay? And then if high volume followed by a wide spread of the body of the candlestick, then it is considered as a what? Good or bad? Bullish or bearish? A green bar followed by a tall, very bullish. Yes, that's right. Okay, yeah, good. So in the actual situation, you look at here, you can see that the volume bar is relatively around there. And let me see if I can find one volume bar that can show you my average. Average weighted volume. Okay, not really. So this one is another one. Okay, yeah. So, but roughly you can see that um, you can see that this is a exceptionally high volume bar. Later I will come to this. Okay, there is a meaning for this, and then you can see that the volume bar is normally, if I were to draw some line here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, because when you want to see the average, you need to see like about 1 year. Okay, you can't see too short time frame. You can't zoom until if let's say you only look at like a very short period of time, right? You can't see the average volume because this is just looking at 1 or 2 months. So you have to zoom out, and then you have to see about 1 year pattern, and then you try to see where is your average. Okay, so I want to draw a line somewhere in the, if I can draw a line there. Okay, yeah, so I'm trying to draw some line there. So my line that I draw there, I'm trying to see the average volume. Okay, so the average volume is around there. So if it's above it, it means that it is high. So it's from your judgment. Okay, you see roughly it's around there, so you draw a line. And then if it's below, then it is below. So you can see that normally your average volume is there. And then for certain day like these days, okay, these days are higher than above volume, and they are rising. So which means that these are very bullish, correct or not? And then this uptrend here are followed by a surge in the volume bar. So this is what it means just now. A surge in the volume bar followed by a tall candlestick. Okay, so that is what it means just now. Then the next one. The volume bar is a narrow volume bar. I mean, yeah, the volume bar is below average, and then the body of the candlestick is also narrow. Okay, so what does that mean? So the interest there, because the candlestick shows how much interest people have, right? Like whether people are willing to pay high price or not. So people are not willing to pay too high the price. And also the volume bar is also low. Okay, so what does that mean? So it means whenever there's a low volume bar, okay, What does that mean? So does that mean that confirm the trend, or it means that not confirm the trend? Confirm or not confirm? Not confirm, okay? It's not confirm because your volume is too low to confirm. So so we can say that the volume, right? It shows interest. Okay, the volume is equal to your interest in participating in the market. So if let's say you're not interested in participating in the market, you wouldn't want to participate, and then you just sit on the sideline and then you just wait and see, because most of the time, if you can see some of the traders, they are waiting and looking only, observing the chart. Sometimes you can be observing the chart for the whole day. Whole day, you just look at the chart and then you cannot enter because there's no opportunity for you to enter. So fine, you just sit there and then you just observe it. Okay, so these are the low volume days whereby you can't do much but to just relax a bit. So then that is called not confirmed, and then means that the market is not interested, so that you don't have to do anything. Okay, so in the real chart, you will see something like, okay, so those are the below average one, whereby, and also the bars are also going down. Okay, so when it is going down, or sometimes or small green bar, and then followed by a below average of a green bar here. Okay, so for example, this small green bar followed by below average. So which means that people are just not interested. And then for the next few days, it is a sideways situation here. Okay, maybe I zoom in here. Okay, so you see here, these are all very small green bar here, and then followed by sideways situation. So meaning that people are just not participating. Okay, people have no direction. So after some sideways, right, the next movement, it could be upward movement or it could be downward movement. Okay, so no guarantee. It's like 50-50. So you can't do much. So when there's no guarantee, it's 50-50, you're not sure, you don't have to do anything until a breakout. So in this case, there's no breakout, and then it just move horizontally. And then subsequently, all these are below average kind of a volume. Okay, not participating. Okay. Then when you see that the volume bar is low, but you have a tall green bar, okay? So the tall green bar is accompanied by a low volume average thing, okay? So what does that mean? So is it normal or not? When you see that, oh, it's very bullish green bar, right? But the volume is not confirming, right? It's not normal. It's not confirming the trend. So which means what? Which means this one is it could be a trap. Okay, this one could be a trap because nobody participate, and yet how come the price is high? Okay, so this could be a trap. So let's see. Okay, so when you see tall green bar and yet it is below volume, okay, so let's see if we see any pattern here. Okay, let me find for you. um, Sometimes we can see, okay, quite like this one, not very tall green bar. I'm trying to look for green bar and then try to, so what you can do is that identify tall green bar and then you look down and see the volume. Identify tall green bar and then you look down at the volume. Okay, so this is a tall green bar, but the volume is just average lah. I wouldn't say below, but then the next day you see that it is red already. Okay, tall green bar and above, tall green bar above, tall green bar above. All these are above. Okay, so you have to find. Not easy, but you have to find. Sometimes you can see. Maybe I need to find another chart to show you. Okay, not this one. Maybe This one, I'm not sure whether can find or not. Okay, so VStack, a lot of tall green bars here, right? So there are some small bars here. Okay. Yeah, these are very let me use a vertical line. Sometimes you need a vertical line like this one to identify. Okay. Okay. So you see that this is a tall green bar, but your volume not very high, right? There is a volume, but then it's not too high. So then you see that subsequently it is profit taking here. Okay. So which means that from here you know that it could be a trap because the volume doesn't uh sync with the height of the candlestick. Okay. When you have a tall green candlestick, you must be accompanied by a tall volume bar. But if let's say it doesn't uh, correlation, so that means that something must be wrong. So next few days, next 2 days, the trend is down. Okay. Yeah, it can be. Okay, like this one. So if you have a tall red bar, and but this one is a selling pressure because the bar is quite tall. If let's say you have a tall red bar, but then the volume is low, also it's a good news, which means that the selling is less already. Nobody is selling anymore. Okay, so the green one means that nobody is buying anymore. So when you have a red color means that nobody is selling anymore. So nobody selling anymore, is it good or bad? It's good, right? So yeah. Okay, who made this trap? Is it the market maker? Okay, Maslan, who made this trap? But there are a lot of market participants out there. There are people who wants to trade this one, they want to manipulate. There are so many people out there. Okay, so we do not know who are the people. Okay, yeah, there must be some people. Okay, then um it could be normal people because a lot of people nowadays, a lot of people have a lot of money. They have millions and millions on tens of millions, just to trade in the stock market. So there are a lot of people have a lot of money. Okay. So the fourth chart here is that you see that the volume bar is very tall, okay? But the the candlestick is very short. Sometimes it can be a doji sign, but then the volume bar is have you seen one like a a tall volume bar, but the candlestick is a doji? Okay. I forgot what stock is that. Okay. I think it was, I'm not sure whether it's YTL. Okay, let me yeah, is it this one? Okay. This one is a selling one. This one like a doji, right? A very, very short candlestick, but this volume bar is considered high. Okay. So when you see like a doji sign whereby it's like so small the candlestick, and yet there's a spike in the volume, you know that this is abnormal already. Okay, because that how can you have so many people buying and selling? Because the volume means buying, selling, right? If it's a green, means that there are more people buying than selling. If it's red, means there are more people than selling than buying. Okay, so tall green bar means transaction. So when you have a doji sign, it means that the number of buyers and sellers are exactly about the same, and yet you have so many people transacted on that day. So does that ring a bell to you? Does that alert you? Do you feel something is wrong? Do you feel that? Do you feel that something is wrong? How can you have such a high volume bar and yet the price doesn't move at all or move very little? How can it be? So that means you have so much of a people interested in buying as well as so much of the people are also interested in selling to you as well. So that's abnormal already, isn't it? Do you understand? Yeah, okay. So that's why the volume bar and the price action is important. So you just need to understand this basic theory, and then you have to practice it over and over again. So in this case, right, this is a tall spike in the volume, but then there's such a little price action there. So which means that um, people are selling, in fact. Okay, so true enough, the next 2 days, people are selling. And this one is a better one because this is a YTL power, because this one has a fundamental. So even if it sell down, it's only sell a few days. You try to find those stocks whereby not so fundamental, and yet with a trap like this, and the next maybe weeks are all down. Okay, so there are situations like that. Next few weeks are all down. So okay. Here. Here is more like a spike. Okay, it's a selling. Okay, but later I'll come to this again. Okay, so then these are the four types. Okay, so you see when the um trend here is that you must see tall white candlestick followed by tall. This means that it is interested. Okay, when it is red color, it means that more people selling. If it's green color, means that a lot of people buying. So same thing. Okay, so whether it is green or red, right, it is the same thing, meaning that when they are green, and then green means bullish. When it is red and then tall red means bearish. Okay, so green, tall green, tall green, confirm bullish. Tall red, tall red here will be confirmed bearish. Then you have short green, short volume, not interested. Okay, so short red and short red here also not interested. Okay, so also confirm that people are not interested. So these two actually confirm one another that people are interested, and this one shows that people are not interested. Okay, so there's no conflict, meaning that we just confirm that nobody interested, and then you just confirm that people are interested. Okay, that's it. And then but when you have opposite, like this is tall, this is short, that is anomaly. So then something is wrong. So then it could be a trap. Okay, so then this is also anomaly. So then it could be a trap also. So these two, when you have something like this, exceptionally a spike in the volume, but with very narrow candlestick, it could be a trap. When you have a spike in the candlestick, but then the volume is a exceptionally low volume, it could be a trap. Understand so far? Is it the same person selling and buying? I don't know. It could be, I don't know, because the world is so complicated. I mean, they could have many and many accounts behind it. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so bullish breakout. Bullish breakout is when you are consolidating for some time horizontally. The bar is end day, yeah. So normally all this, and when I'm looking at the daily chart, right, it has to be end of the day. If you are looking at a 15-minute chart, it has to be end of the 15 minutes time frame. So if it's a 5 minute, it will be end of the 5 minute time frame. So each bar will be associated with the time frame of the candlestick. Okay. Then look at the bullish breakout, right? So if you look at this bullish breakout, it means that after some consolidation horizontally for some time, then it will break out. And the breakout can be to the upside or to the downside. So whether to the upside or downside, right, it will be followed by a confirmation in the volume bar, because the volume bar is to confirm the breakout. Okay, always remember the volume bar, whenever there's a breakout, the volume bar is to confirm the the price action. So then here you see that the breakout followed by this. Okay, and then when there's a pullback here, then you see some low volume. Pullbacks on low volume, which is normal, and then you go up again, and then followed by a spike in the volume, rising volume as the market go higher, and then pull back, and then you reduce your volume bar, and then you go higher. So it is always doing something like you go higher, you search in the volume bar. When you drop, you go down because people are not interested in selling. People are focusing on the buying, right? So when it is dropping, you have less volume because not so many people are participating in the selling, right? So, but when you are buying, many people are coming in to buy. So then it is a bullish trend. It's a healthy bullish trend. Whenever you see the price go higher, there are people are interested into participating in the market, buying up in the price. Okay. Then breakdown also. Okay, so when it break down, also you have a spike in the volume. And then when it is going down means that you are going down. Okay, so when you're going down, you see a spike in the volume here. And then when you pull back means that you have a short-term rally. And this short-term rally is just temporary. So this short-term rally is followed by some low volume bar. Okay, because people are not interested in buying here because this is a downtrend, right? So when you are in a downtrend, people are more interested in selling than buying. So whenever you have a price go higher, people not interested in buying because it's a downtrend. Why should I want to buy? So then you see the volume bar is low. And then when it is selling, more people want to sell short. Okay, so probably people are shorting the market. So usually these are like trading. Okay, so this is more to the trading side. Okay. Okay, let's look at the types of the volume bar, indicators. So I'm going to introduce two indicators to you. So I have the on balance volume, which is the basic about the volume indicator. So on balance volume is actually calculated by cumulative total of the volume. Okay, so it's a accumulation, is adding all of the volume bar together. So if let's say you have a green bar, so it will be add all the green bars up. So when you look at the this one, the green bar you have to add. Okay, so I'm going to show you another indicator. It's called OBV. Okay, so when you have a series of green bar, right? So you this volume bar, this volume bar is a total of all these volume bar. You get what I mean? So you plus the green volume minus the red volume plus the green volume plus the green volume plus here plus the total here plus the total here. So you can see the accumulation is adding up. Plus this one, so it's adding up. Plus this one is adding up. Plus this one is adding up. Plus this one is adding to the top. Then you have a negative, right? So then you minus this one, then you minus this one, then you minus this one, then you go to the bottom here. So the next candlestick is a green bar. So you add this volume bar, add again, and then go higher, add again, and then minus. So you see that this OBV, right, is to track the summation of the volume bar here. Okay, the OBV is to track the summation of the volume bar. So if it's having a series of uptrend, then obviously you will have a rising trend of a OBV. So you have a series of a downtrend, then this one will be down. Okay, so we are going to look at some pattern here. So when you have a series of uptrend, okay, followed by a series of OBV is also clear uptrend, then this is a clear uptrend because up, right? Then if let's say you see that this is higher high, uptrend means higher high and higher low. So higher high and higher low, and then higher high and higher low. But your OBV is more to the sideways. Okay, so which means that your volume has restricted, your volume has lack of interest already, so which means that the momentum is moderating. You are still on an uptrend, but the momentum of this uptrend is moderating now. So you see you are higher high and higher low, but then your trend here downward. Okay, so if let's say your higher high, higher low, but then here is lower high and lower low, which means that your volume is actually declining, but yet your pricing is going higher, and which means that it is about to reverse soon. Okay, so price higher high, but here lower low. Okay, so therefore you see a divergence here. If you can draw a line, you can see, okay, not so straight. Okay, but anyway, you see the trend is up, okay, but this trend is down. So then you see that up to a point, the price go down, okay? So this downtrend here, confirm. But here, divergence. So divergence means about to reversal, okay? Okay, so this is the picture to illustrate that. Okay, higher high, but then this one lower low, going down. This one going higher. And then about to reversal. Now, how about this one? This is lower low, and this is also going down. So this is a clear downtrend, okay? And then this one is going lower, lower low, but the OBV is sideways. So then this is moderating downtrend. Not so fierce already. The selling down, not so fierce already. People moderated, restricted on the selling action, right? And let's say you have lower low, lower high, but this one is trending up. Okay, so therefore you are looking at a divergence, and which means that people are trying to gather the momentum. When people are trying to gather the momentum, the price is about to stop going down and but to reverse on the upside. Okay. Yes, later. And then here is the example. Okay. So you have lower low, but then here you have a higher low. Okay. Then sometimes you are looking at sideways. Both are sideways. Okay, both sideways and sideways meaning that they are not giving any direction. So lack of direction, 50-50, then it will not mean much. Okay, so just stay on the side line. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so here, let's show you the KLCI. See if I can show you the KLCI index. KLCI index doesn't have the volume. Okay, okay, YTL. And let's see if we are, so this is a very clear uptrend, okay? So there's no doubt about it. So let me minimize the trend a bit and then try to find some. Okay. Here you do see that it is moving horizontally, and then here you are more on the bearish side, okay? Okay, so sometimes you need to draw trend line here. So for example, here, okay, here you are looking at lower low. But however, here it seems that it is about to change, right? A bit higher. So here you can see that it's about to change. So, and now it has changed, right? Okay, try to find another one. So here is horizontal, here sideways, waiting for a breakout. So breakout, going higher, same. This one same, this one same, okay? Not all the time you can find. Sometimes you can find, you spot it. If you can't find, it's fine. There are so many indicators out there. You don't have to use this all the time. So if you can't see anything, then you don't use it. Okay. Okay. So this is still uptrend. This is still uptrend. Okay. Here is a bit on a down, and then here is a down. So you can see that here is more on the down, and yet here is on the up here, okay? Then there is a divergence. And then after the divergence, it came down, and then it also came down here. Then after that, it go up, okay? So whenever there's a divergence, the chart will be changing their direction. So this is the OBV, okay? And if you to notice, right, OBV not commonly practiced by traders, okay? And that is because for the OBV, it's not easily spotted the trend. It's not very obvious, okay? So that's why I need to bring you to another volume indicator, okay, that you can see better. Okay, so OBV is one because it is the basic in technical analysis. So if you want to learn about technical analysis, right, they will show you that, oh, you learn about the volume indicator, they will show you the on balance volume. So that is like a textbook kind of a theory that you need to learn first. But whether you use it or not, that's another thing. Okay, so once you're in the practice, right, you know that this one doesn't work most of the time. So then you need to use other volume indicator. So I'm going to show you another one. Okay. So this one is called volume profile. How many of you have heard about volume profile? So volume profile is actually looking at the price times the volume. So for example, if this one can be looked at the tradingview.com, they have a free version as well. There are some different volume profiles. Some are paid and then some are free version. Yeah, so this one is the free version. So what you can see is that the volume profile represent the volume, okay? So at that certain price. So in this case, this is a 148. So 148 has the highest volume. Okay, so 148 has the highest volume whereby you have the more buyers than the sellers. So the blue ones are the buyers and then the red ones are the sellers. So you are looking at the at 148, this price, it has the highest volume transacted at this price, and which means that this price level is act as a very strong support for this price. Okay, so whenever you see like a tall volume bar that you see, right? This you can see that some of the volume are very small, but this is the longest one. So the longest one usually on default, the trading view, they will give you a red line. So then this red line is put in the trading view, and then they will make it as a support line for you. Okay, so it can act as a support line and it can be a resistance line as well. So I'm going to show you the trading view. So I take away this OBV and then you have to type volume profile. Okay. You click the visible range volume profile. Okay, visible. Visible, huh? I use the visible one. And then I can zoom out. Means that whatever price that I have here, so all this price and the volume capture all the price here. So if let's say you are looking at a smaller time frame like this, then the volume will be based on this few time frame only. It will be up to this candlestick until this candlestick. So then my volume bar will be from this candlestick onwards until this candlestick. So within this time frame, this is the highest volume bar. So therefore, this is a support level at 267 for YTL Corporation. So if let's say I want to include more time frame, I minimize and I can see that up until this candlestick, my volume bar is here. And then up until this candlestick, my volume bar is here. So the highest is here, which is 1.46. So with this visible range of the price, I can see that the support is here. Okay. Yeah, it will be supported. But it can be support and resistance. It can be support and resistance. So meaning if let's say the price happen to fall and fall and fall, and then once it touches on the support level here, 1.46, and then it dropped below this 1.46, right? After it dropped below that 1.46, then this level becomes the resistance level. It becomes the resistance. So that means this level, right, it can be support, it can be resistance. So at this moment, it is a support. Okay, but if it drops below, then it becomes resistance. Let's see other. Okay, let's see some interesting stock. Vistech. Okay, Vistech is a new stock lah, so it may not have too much of a volume profile. Okay, here is the highest volume profile. Okay, because it has been on this price range for many years, so that's why you have the highest volume there. But you can see that these volume are all picking up at this level. Okay, so at 351, this is a high volume transacted over there at 350, around 350 like that. Okay. Top glove, yeah, good. Okay, you give me some interesting stock. Okay, then I'll show you. And then this one is the 81 cents. Okay, 81 cents, and then this one is 92 cents. So which means that for top glove, right? There are two support level here. First support is this 81 cents, and then followed by this 91 cents. Okay, so which means that 91 cents is quite a strong support now at this moment. Okay, and then YTL power. Okay, so YTL power is quite strong at 3.89. Okay, and as you can see, all these are slow already. You better be careful. Slow. Here all slow already because the volume bar has declined. Okay, so then now next I want to introduce the spike in the volume like this one. Okay, so now I want to introduce this to you. So whenever you see that there's a spike in the volume like this, exceptionally tall volume bar, like 2-3 times than the normal volume bar, okay, more than 2-3 times than the normal volume bar like this one. So what I want you to do is that you use a vertical line, and then you draw a no recording, but there's a YouTube video by Live Champ and also Busa. So you can go back to the Live Champ and Busa channel, YouTube channel, and then to look for the video again. Okay, here, look at that, look at that, and then I zoom in now. Okay, I zoom in. Okay, you identified that. Okay, now I want you to draw another line. I want you to locate that candlestick, locate that, and then you draw according to the candlestick, the body of the candlestick, and then you draw two horizontal lines to show the support and I mean the lines. Okay, so here I have to. Okay, good. So here, this is important because this exceptionally tall candlestick bar, and then followed by this, the candlestick, okay, this candlestick, particular that day, this particular candlestick on the February of 28, on the February of 28, on this particular day, and where the candlestick is I located here, and then I draw these two lines, right? These two lines will be the support and resistance. So in this case, the price is up there, right? So then this become the support. So how much is that price? It is 4.01, 4 ringgit. And this 4 ringgit, right, is also similar to this 3.96 of this volume profile. So I can say quite confidently that the support of this YTL power is quite strongly supported at 4 ringgit. Okay, and this will be quite strongly supported at 4 ringgit, which means that I confirm with two. I not only I look at the volume profile, I also look at this particular information where I have this exception, but not all the time you have this. Okay, not all the time. This kind of a exceptionally tall volume bar is a very, very rare occasion, hard to come by. But if you can find that, you have to identify that particular day, what happened to that day itself, what happened, and then you try to see. Because that particular day, a lot of people are transacted on that price. Many people are transacted, or many dollar ringgit are transacted on this particular price. So which means that this particular price is the price that people are willing to hold. And then if let's say it break below, people are have to sell. Okay, so this is like a decisive price. Either you continue to hold or you wanted to sell. Because if let's say it dropped below this 4 ringgit, right? Then people say, okay, I dropped below 4 ringgit already. I make loss already. I better sell now. A lot of people will sell, then become a resistance. Okay. Mm. Then go back to the slides here. Wait, I go to another one here. So So then this spike in the volume, right? Sometimes it's also accompanied by a spike in the breakout as well. Okay, if there's a breakout, sometimes it may not have a breakout. Okay, not necessarily it has a breakout, but if you can see a breakout followed by a spike in the volume, that is a normal situation. But if let's say under a normal uptrend, in the middle of the uptrend, suddenly you see a spike in the volume like the one that you see in the YTL power, that is abnormal. You have to identify that. Okay, but other than that, if let's say you see a spike in the volume, then you just have to identify this spike in the volume, and then these are the valid breakout. So you can see that the price here. Okay, the price here, action is high, and then after this breakout, and then the price go higher. And then here also breakout, and then although the price go higher and then it go down, but then still the uptrend is still there. Okay, so this one is more like a consolidation, and then the price go higher. And here the series of uptrend here are not so much. Okay, not so much with the volume here. Okay, so that's why you see here also going down a bit because a lot of profit taking there. And then here you see a spike in the volume with this. Okay, so then this price action become a strong support level here. Okay, because the spike in the volume is that green candlestick, right? So I just draw two lines, then it become the spike in the volume there. Okay. What's the name of the indicator, right? It's called the volume profile. Okay, you try and see whether you can find or not. I think it's a free one. Okay, you see whether it's a free one or not. Because mine is I subscribe, so I don't know whether it's a free one or not. I think it should be a free one. There is a M. Oh, it's not a free one. Okay, how about if you to look at this uh okay, volume profile. You look at the fixed, how about this fixed range volume profile? Is it free one? Fixed range volume profile. Okay, so as long as you have some form of a volume profile, right? Uh, oh, if you see some form of volume profile, right, and then you click onto it, I think there's also another one, investing.com. Let me try and see investing.com. Okay. I'm not sure whether investing.com has the technical indicator, yeah. Oh, there's no volume profile. Okay. Yeah, so it's not free. But if you find any of the free version, sometimes you can see this like this volume profile by other people. This is done by other people. So you can see that community technical indicator, sometimes it's free. Okay, so you can try. KLSE screener has free. Okay, thanks. KLSE screener. Okay, KLSE screener. And then technical charting and the indicator volume profile, visible range. Yeah, okay, thanks. KLSE screener is free. Okay, so you can see that. And then this one also high volume profile. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Okay, okay. So so you can see that the high volume, you locate that, that will be the, it has to be exceptionally. If it's like slightly higher, also cannot have to be exceptionally tall. Okay, so then you see this one. Okay, so now let me go to, okay, I will look at more case studies. Okay, some of you asked me to look at a few of the chart there. So maybe I will see your chart as a case study there. Let me see, just now the names are what? GTG group, what Suncon. Okay, I think I will go for those high volume one like Suncon. Okay, those small volume one I will also look, but then focus on the high volume first. Technical chart, and then I have to every time I have to key in the volume profile. I have to key in the volume profile. Okay. So visible range, if you want to include more, you just reduce and then you can see the visible range. So basically, a lot of people are accumulating this Suncon at 290, a lot. Okay, 290, a lot of people are accumulating it. And then there is also an exceptionally tall volume bar here. So let's identify that one here. So which make this the support level on this level, which is 288, 291, 288, about there. Okay, which is about there. So yeah, so we can say that the strong support for Suncon around 280 to 290. Okay. And I see some interesting stock here, like Notion. Also, I can look at it. Also spike out, right? And then you want to see whether the volume, I see the volume are spike also together with the spike here. Okay, now you see, this volume bars, the highest volume bar is this one. Okay, so then this one will be around how much? Around 37.45 cents. Okay, so around here, 45 cents is the support here. And then, but there's also another tall candlestick here, and also accompanied by a tall volume bar. Okay, and this tall volume bar also with some interest, a lot of interest, because this is actually double, triple the normal volume here. So this is a valid one as well. So which means that a lot of people are coming in for this stock. And subsequently, this one, a shorter green bar followed by a shorter, this one is normal. So subsequently, you just have to observe further. Okay. And next, I want to show the um, volume file. Okay, so volume profile coincide is 51 cents. Okay, so it's slightly higher, slightly higher than this price, which is 51 cent. Okay, so that is looking at the notion. Okay. And then I also see that JTG group. Okay, so I look at JTG group now. For JTG group, oh, this is a IPO, new stock. So new stock usually for technical analysis, right? Not so accurate. Okay, you have to give me a existing stock because for IPO you can't even have much chart pattern there, so you can't really analyze too much. Yeah, my EG. Okay, my EG can. My EG is interesting. Okay, so you see this my EG, the spike in the volume. Okay, let me see the chart. This spike in the volume, very tall volume bar accompanied by a very tall white candlestick. So this one confirm. Okay, I have to confirm the trend. And the price is around 90, 980. Okay, so around 90. Okay, so around this is a strong support level for this stock. And now it is going higher. This up bar with up volume also confirm the uptrend. Okay, so then this one horizontal with low is fine. Then another up, also followed by up, also confirm. Okay, but the thing is that the volume is getting lesser and lesser. Okay, so it's also show that people are less willing to buy in already. So now let's take a look at their indicator. So strong price is at this. So actually, when you see such tall volume bar, that is not the highest price volume there. The highest price volume is actually here, 78 cents. Okay. So in fact, here, the highest is here, 81 cents. So which means that all this price jack up, people check it up. Okay, because you can see that the highest volume is here. So when it comes to here, there are low volume here. So people check it out, and then here also got some people buying in. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the true like a X-ray. Okay, volume profile is more like a X-ray. So with the X-ray, you can see what is happening during the price there. Okay. Okay, what is the target price resistance for Notion? Okay, wait. Okay, is there any meaning that following spike bar is less volume compared with the first one? Is there any meaning that following a spike bar is less volume compared to the first one? Okay, what is your meaning? So you mean the spike bar? Oh, you mean there are two tall spike in the volume, but one is less than the other one. Okay. Well, actually, I do look at the candlestick itself. For example, this high volume bar and then followed by how large is the candlestick. So if let's say it's proportional, then it usually confirm lah. Okay, if let's say another tall volume bar, but then the candlestick is lesser, so that may be less convincing. Okay, so I do look at that in the sense. Okay, so it's proportional. The height of the volume bar and the height of the candlestick is proportional. But if it's less, then maybe maybe less confirming, but then still it is still a valid one. Okay. I want to look at the high volume one, like Tenaga, I can look at. Okay, like those speculative one, stock and I mean technical analysis may not be, you know, too useful because speculative can be manipulated. Okay. The alarm is to remind me to talk about ETS. So after this, I want to talk about ETS. Um, here, here is to see that 996. Okay, so about 10 ringgit like that. Okay, that is the most people transacted. And then followed by these are all lesser, okay, lesser volume bar profile. But I can see a bigger picture because this is a very old stock. So I can actually go all the way to the history, okay? Maybe I'll see a weekly chart, a monthly chart. Yeah, history will be good, you see, because this stock was used to be 14, 15, 16 ringgit. So you can see that at the 14 ringgit, right? It was also another high volume traded. So which means that the resistance will be here already. So which means that now you buy at 12.6, right? It will go up to 14 ringgit. It will. I mean, from the technical point of view, it will go up to 14 ringgit, okay? Because that is the resistance, which means that that is the direction for it to go, okay? Sometimes you have to see. So not necessarily you have to always look at 1 year, 2 year. For this kind of a more 20 years kind of a chart, right? I will normally look at a bigger picture, 10 years or something. Blue and yellow. Okay, what is the buy volume? This is the sell volume. Okay, the blue one is a buy, and then the yellow one is a sell. Okay. Okay, so next I want to look at the ETS. Okay, now let me log out first. Later I will come back to Notion. Yeah, blue. Okay, later I'll come back to Notion. Yeah, okay. So here, how many of you have heard about Busa Academy Simulator? Okay, let me go back to Busa Academy Simulator. Yeah, this one. Maybe I need to log out. How to log out? Wait. Okay, wait, I want to log out first. Okay, maybe I I use another browser. Okay, I use another browser. Okay, Busa. Okay, under the Busa Malaysia, you see Busa Marketplace, Busa Anywhere, Busa Academy, right? So Busa Academy. Okay, you click Busa Academy. And under here, you see simulator. So you have the equity simulator as well as the derivative simulator. So you go to the equity simulator here. Okay. So how many of you have not? Have not. Okay, Shuni have not. Who else have not? Lin have not. Okay. So if you have not, can you kindly register? Kindly register so that yeah, so that I can promote this here. Okay, so I want to promote this here. So please register your full name, your full name, your address and everything, your password, and you write this number, like the number that you type there. Okay, so you register now and then click agree. Marketing material, maybe not, but then register, agree, and then register now. Okay, so register. Yeah, Suraya, yes. Volume analysis work perfectly in all kinds of technical analysis, particularly even more so on the derivatives because derivatives has very, very high in volume. As long as the chart itself, right, it's a very high volume index, commodities, derivatives, all these forex, all these are very good in technical analysis can work very, very well. Like individual chart, sometimes like Bursa Malaysia individual chart may not because Malaysia, the volume is not so high. So therefore, the volume-wise, the technical that you can see maybe is manipulated. But then for those derivatives, it's difficult to manipulate. Okay, so those, yes, definitely can. Yes, gold. Okay, gold is even commodity, it's even harder to manipulate. Sure can. Forex, all this can. Okay. Okay, so have you registered? Okay, after you registered, then you log in. Okay. So like Ahmad, Azmin, David, Sharu, and Shuni. Okay. Have you registered? Okay, try to log in and then see whether can log in or not. Okay. After you have logged in, then you will see this. Okay, doing. Okay, very good. Okay. So then I will teach you how to uh, use this and then to form your um, favorite watch list. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of my favorite watch list here. So I have some property and construction stock here. I have some technology stocks here. I have some consumer stocks here, dividend stocks here. So these are the dividend stocks. So if you are interested in dividend stocks, please screenshot this. Okay. If you are interested in the technology stocks, please screenshot this. And then if you are interested in the property and construction, screenshot this. Okay. Mm. Okay, so you can see that these are the stocks that I'm tracking. It's like today, the MI equipment up 7 cents. And then as for the property, Suncon up 11 cents. Why the chart looks like that? Okay, can. Okay. Is it because it's a lack of volume? Okay. Sometimes lack of volume, you see the chart is very weird because sometimes there is nobody transact. When there's nobody transact, right, you see that the chart have one line only, one horizontal line. Okay. Today, the Hong Leong industry up 16 cents. Okay, so these are the stock watch list. Okay, after you have done this, the watch list is actually from here. You have to create watch list here. Okay, create watch list. And then I have 3 watch lists already, so I can't. So if you are new, you can create your watch list. Okay, or on here. Then when you want to trade, because this is a simulator, you see, it's not a real one. I mean, it's a real one, but then it's a paper virtual money. So you are given 100,000 ringgit to trade on this platform. So you can practice your skill here. Okay, so for example, just now you learn my volume price analysis, right? So you think you can trade already, right? So then why don't you use this platform and then to invest first, trade and invest, okay? And then see whether you earn paper profit. Okay, so how to buy and sell? Let's say you want to buy dividend stock, okay? Dividend stock, let's say PCAM. Okay, let's say PCAM, you just click buy, right mouse click buy, and then you can buy. Okay, buy according to whatever buy. And then you can check your order book here, order status. And then you can check your portfolio also. Okay, so you can check all this there. Patrick is for newbies, yeah. Okay, can. So now let's try to look at some of the chart here. Just now Notion, right? Notion. Okay, Notion, this one, technical chart. Okay, now the support for Notion, right? Because this is a very tall candlestick. So this candlestick is very, very important. So support for Notion is actually around 72 cents. 72 cents, 71872. Okay, so around 72 cents. So if let's say you go in, you are thinking of setting a stop loss, right? You may stop loss either here, 81 cents, or at the 72 cents there. Okay, so you may do something like that. And the target, because this is a historical high, so you can't tell the target, but then normally the target are round numbers. So 90 cents, 1 ringgit, 110, these are some round numbers there. Okay. Just now somebody asked me why borneo oil. Okay, born oil. Yeah, you see this chart is definitely no volume. You see, they don't even have volume there. So don't bother to trade this one. Don't bother. Or if you happen to own it, right, try to sell it. Try to sell it out, okay? Shulawati, try to sell it. Can do for foreign equities, Singapore and US. For this chaos SE, but for TradingView, yes, you can. You can. Okay. TradingView, you have all the chart from all the across the world. REIT. Why the REITs are low? Because who are the people who buy the REIT? The people who buy the REITs are the investor, value investor. So the value investor, are they the one who do the trading in and out? No, they don't they just buy and hold. So there is not much of a volume involved. So they just buy and then hold on to it. So that's why the volume for REITs are very, very low because the audience are different. The target audience are different already. Okay. Are the prices real time or delayed? I think it's delayed. 15 minutes delayed. Okay. Oh, you mean the RTS? This one is real time. Okay. The prices for this platform simulator is a real-time one. Yeah. Um, yeah, real time. Yes, it's a real time. Yes. Um, okay. Oh, there are so many questions here. Azaha asked a lot of questions. Okay. So many questions here. Okay, wait. I have to answer this question already. Okay. The webinar mentioned using volume indicator to confirm trends. Can you elaborate in specific volume indicator that Ms. Young finds most valuable and how they should be interpreted in conjunction with the price action? So this one, I think I have already covered, right, throughout the lesson. Okay, so this question was asked at the 10 a.m. So I have already answered. Okay, so we have already showing you the indicator already. And then beyond just volume levels, the session on the volume spread analysis, no. So volume spread, well, it's the same, okay? We are looking at price volume analysis, so it's the same. So which is looking at the psychology behind the price action, okay? Then the webinar mentioned case studies, okay, yeah, yes. High volume occurring before breakout. Yes, all are covered already. You see, I already know what your question is, so I have covered already. Yeah, there will be a trap. So that's why all this volume, right? You have a lot of traps, so have to be careful about it. And then specific trading strategies that incorporate volume analysis for entering and exit the trade. Yeah. So the strategies are okay, so if you are looking at those trading strategies, right, it will be actually looking at another lesson whereby we are probably looking at a breakout trade or candlestick, it will be different. That will be a lot of things to cover, and it will be probably in another lesson because we will look at strategies as in you are looking for short-term strategies or you are looking for a swing trade. So there are many things involved. Okay, so I can't cover in one session like this. How important is it to consider the specific stock or asset class before being trade? And are there different volume interpretations for different? Yes, there are various stocks and asset classes for one. are there different volume interpretation for different market environment? Yeah. So for example, if you look at the US S&P, the US S&P, the volume are forever very, very high. And then so like commodities and forex, the volume are also high. So certain asset class like commodities index, their volume are always high. And individual stocks like Malaysia individual stocks, you can see that some are like bond oil not even traded 1 or 2 days. So yeah, different they each of them they have their different characteristics and their behavior because the market audience who are trading that particular stock are different people. Like the people who are trading the REITs are all different than the people who are buying the property and construction stocks. They are different sets of people. So then the volume that show in the chart will be different as well because they are by different groups of people. Okay. And then the webinar mentioned okay, but how attendees can effectively practice their volume analysis using this tool? Yeah, sure. Okay, so that one we are doing that. And then in a condition to average volume on a daily time frame, how we identify a good volume or not. So when there is no average volume on a daily time frame, how we identify a good volume? No average volume. What do you mean by no average volume? Because every day there should be a volume unless there is no trading on that day. Okay, so every day they're supposed to have a volume. So you just have to take the average of that volume. So you normally by calculation, it will be add all summation divided by the number of days, right? So that is called the calculation of the average volume. But however, if let's say you do not have that, and then you have to use your eye to see, just like what I did just now. I just use a line to draw like an average volume by my, by looking at it, and then I just draw one average line there. So yeah, sometimes the indicator doesn't have that indicator for you. So then you have to use your eye to see. Okay. Cochin, is it true that TA precedes the fundamental analysis? Precedes. Well, I would say that people who believe in technical analysis, right, they will think that the TA include the fundamental. Because the fundamental, like if let's say you are looking at earnings release, which is quarterly earnings, which is a few months later, of course it will precede lah. Okay, because the fundamental actual accounting only release months later. So if let's say you are looking at that perspective, then yes, it precedes. But if let's say you are looking at the fundamental as in the real-time fundamental, right? Everybody can see the fundamental as in the market share, and then you can observe from your observation. Sometimes you can sense the fundamental, and that is included in the technical analysis at the real time. Okay, because the technical analysis should include all the fundamental, should include. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Patrick, for answering some of the questions for me. Okay, Conjun asks, what are the next resistance level for S&P 500 after reaching an all-time? Okay, so after reaching the all-time high, you have to see. Okay, so this one maybe later I will look at it. Can you explain more on the doji sign? The doji sign is actually a candlestick chart pattern, which means that the opening price, right, is 1 ringgit, let's say. And then day high, it may go up to 110. And then day low, it may go down to 90 cents. And then, but the end of the day, at 5 p.m., it closed back at 1 ringgit. Okay, so you are actually looking at, see if I can draw something. Like, you see, you open at 1 ringgit here. And then day high, you go to 110. Day low, you go to 90 cents. And then at the end of the day, you come back at 1 ringgit. So therefore, you form a doji sign. Okay, so that is called the doji sign. Is it okay? Then what is the color refers for the volume profile? Okay, so that somebody answered already, right? the buy and the sell volume. Blue is the buy, red, yellow is the sell. And then okay, the S&P. Okay, later I'll come back. Yeah. So okay. Here looking at okay, so here look at this. Okay, perhaps just now Azaha was asking the strategies for the volume indicator. What we can do is that we can act as a support level. So if you are trying to long, you may say, okay, I can long, but I know that my support is always there. Okay, I can buy now, but then my support is there. So if let's say I am looking at sell, then if let's say the price go below this price, then I know that I can't buy at the moment anymore because the selling pressure is still there because this is a resistance already. So once it break below that, it become a sell. Okay, so that is a strategy. Okay, for using a volume profile indicator to trade in the stock. Okay. Can a VF predict future price? Yes, it can. Because you know the support and resistance, right? So then you know that like just now the Tenaga, I know that the future price it will go to 14 ringgit because of the resistance that you can see. Okay. 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 Because of this, you can see. So that is the prediction. Okay. And then let me see the SPX. Okay, so here I have to hide some of these volume profile first. Now, if you to look at its historical high, so once it is historical high, you can't see any like support and resistance here, right? You can't. So therefore, you have to use the Elliott wave to forecast. So if you to look at the Elliott wave, you can see that this is one wave, two wave, and then this is the third wave. So normally the third wave is about the length of the first wave. Okay, so at least you are looking at the about here to here, which is about 800 point, and then from here to here, wow, it will at least go to 5,600. I think that will be the resistance. 5,600. Okay, looks like it's going towards that direction, according to the alien wave. But the time frame, I don't know. Okay, but looking at it, there is a possibility it may go up to 5,600. Okay. Okay. So bottom divergence. Okay. Divergence means that you are looking at the price and if let's say you're looking at the price and the volume means the price going higher, high and higher low, but then the volume is on a lower high and a lower low. Okay, so that is called a divergence. Now it can be price and volume, it can be price and indicator. And the indicator can be a momentum indicator. Okay, so it depends on what you are looking at. So today we are looking at the price and the volume. Okay, so that's why we have this divergence. And the divergence is when I was looking at the indicator as in the OBV, on balance volume. So the price and the on balance volume. So if there is a divergence, means that one is going higher high, the other one is going lower low. Okay, you can see a divergence. That means that the trend is about to change. Okay. Okay. So go back to my ETS here. Okay, so here, do you have any questions on the ETS? Because I need to make sure that you understand how this ETS function, then it fulfill the objective for today. Okay, so do you have any questions on the ETS here? So the important for the ETS here is that you must learn how to draw, create your watch list, because the watch list is for you to keep track of the portfolio that you want to do. Okay, you want to include. So normally, for the watch list, I would include a few sectors that are in the team. So what are the team currently? The team currently are property and construction, utility, as well as some of the banking. The banking are, because when the economy is doing well, the banks are supposed to make more money. Okay. And recently, I also see that people are more into the hospital. Okay, hospital stocks are also moving higher, and solar energy. Okay, so all these are the theme. So you may want to include all these trending theme stocks into your watch list. So then with your watch list, then you are looking at the chart and see how you can add your portfolio. Okay, so today I'm using the price and the volume. Okay, so there are other ways of looking at the chart. You can another way of looking at the chart is the moving average. By looking at the moving average, you can tell whether the stock is in a bullish trend or bearish trend. So we want to buy those stock that are at least 200-day moving average and above. That means the price has to be above the 200-day moving average. Okay. Okay. Steve asks resistance. Resistance. Just now I have mentioned the support, right? Okay. Okay. How many stock is optimum? Okay, for me, I find that about 10 to 20. 10 to 20. Okay, 10 to 20. You don't have to buy a lot, like 10 lots, 20 lots like that. No need. You can buy 100 lots, 200 lots. So, but the mix has to be a variety, like a diversification. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. What kind of stock to trade or what stock is trending? Yeah. So Hannah, if you can see right now, the property and the constructions are in trend now. Okay, why? Because we are looking at the Johor Bahru and the Singapore that have a very special relationship, and not only that economic zone, but also there is a, a rail that is connecting Singapore and Johor Bahru. And so we are looking at the property and infrastructure projects going on. RTS, yeah, that's right. So we're going to have properties involved in the area, and the data centers are all in this Penang and Johor Bahru. So data center related team that are like properties, constructions, and the utilities are all linked together. So the stocks will be all these stocks. So you have to take a photo of my screenshot here. So these stocks are the involved. Okay. So these are the thing. And then if let's say you are looking at the semiconductors, maybe we want to do some advanced chip packaging or whatever, maybe some of these stocks they may also benefit maybe for the short term, okay, not for too long term lah, not beyond 2025 and beyond, but like 2024 to 2025 still can, but 2026 cannot, because in the next 2 years we're going to see oversupply in terms of the advanced chips produced by who? Produced by the US, produced by the China, because we know that China by next year they're going to be 75% self-sufficient. Okay, and then for US by 2030, they are going to be um, um, occupying, they're going to be looking at 28% of the market share. So meaning that currently US has zero market share of the chips in the world. Malaysia, we are number 6 in the world currently in terms of the market share of producing the chips. So what the US and the EU, they are planning to do is that they have a vision. By 2030, right, EU plan to occupy 1/4 of the market share. And then the US plan to occupy 28% of the market share. So that means these two um, country like EU and also the US, right? They're going to occupy almost half of the market share already. So then where is the share of Malaysia? And then China, what about China? They're also producing all these chips. So which means that if you're looking at all these chip producing company, right, you have to be careful not to have too long term, okay, for the for holding. So have to be this year, maybe next year. Okay, these 2 years because we still are producing. Okay, so yeah. Can you stock screener from the Busa? Stock screener. Here we don't have screener, right? So here I don't have screener. You have news here, news. Okay. Screener, I don't think so. Okay. KLSE has screener. Yes. And then okay, the banks will be good. Why? Why I like the banks? The banks is good is because the economy is picking up, and then so you have a lot of business, and then the loan increase, and a lot of people are buying properties. Stocks are moving, and then people need to borrow money, mortgage loan. So all these are helping the banks as well. Okay, so that's why I like the banks as well. Okay. Let me see the notion. Go back to the notion. Okay, so if you are looking at the uh, notion, okay. Okay, so you have to see the previous support and resistance here. And then if you can use the volume profile, at least you can see that the support is actually at this level. And at this price, they don't have much volume, not much. People are selling, all the yellow here, all are selling here. So people are mostly, the most is here only. Okay. Yeah. So which means that at the 120 still have that resistance here, 120. So I would say that if you to ask me, 120 will be the resistance target. Okay. Yeah. 109 also have 109, 120. So currently you are here. You are here. Okay. Still people are buying here. A lot of volume here. Okay. The buying volume are still there. Okay. It's just that this will be the final 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 profit taking area. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think
No more questions since you addressed all
mm,
questions already, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you have taken over my job as a moderator. Thank you so much, Pauline.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
you
Thank you,
addressed
Maslan.
all question. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so we shall end the session now. We overrun it for about 10 minutes. But thank you so much for your patience for staying until the end of this session. So ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the CEO of Sigma Wealth, who is Miss Pauline Yong. Thank you so much, Pauline.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye.